Hello, welcome to my FlossTube Adorable Hobby. My name is Astrid and this is a space I like to share my cross-stitching work. If you are a new viewer, welcome, and I hope you can find some inspiration here. And if you have been watching me for a little bit, thank you so much for being here. I'm really thankful that some people are spending some time with me, especially now that there are so many FlossTubes ongoing. So thank you so much for being here. I already changed my background. For those who have been here for a little bit, you can maybe notice that. I'm already on the Christmas mood. I took out some of my decorations this week and I started to decorate my kitchen, the entrance of my house, and a little bit in my living room. I still need to move some things around here and there, but I just wanted it to start pulling things out and start putting them here and there in my house. I still haven't taken out my Christmas tree. I noticed some people are already taking out their Christmas trees and decorating them. I hope I can start doing that next weekend as well. I know for some people, they usually wait after Thanksgiving to start decorating. But I usually just move on to Christmas, from autumn to Christmas. But here in Japan, it's actually a Monday, and it's actually a national holiday also for Labor Day. So I usually record on Sundays, but I spend some time with my family, with my kids. So I just decided to record today, and it's also it's afternoon here. So I hope I will get some light because it's almost 4 o'clock, and I know I'm not, here in Japan at 5 o'clock, it's already dark. So let's see how that works. But again, today I have 3 things to show you, 3 FFOs. And let me show you briefly before me flipping the camera. This is the first one. Look at this. I really enjoy stitching this for my last 2 weeks. Once I started to stitch this one, I couldn't stop. So this is my first FFO. My second FFO, it's this one over here. This is actually something that I stitched long time ago, so I decided just to FFO it right now that I was doing my little pillows. So this is my second one, and I'm very happy with it. And this is the third one. I finally finished it. This is the one that I finalized it 2 weeks ago, so I decided also to FFO it, and I have so much fun with this one. So let me flip the camera and show you a little bit more of what I have been doing. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the FFOs that I just showed you. This is the first one. This is Merry and Bright by Primrose Cottage, and I stitched this one on a Segart fabric, light mocha, count 32, and if you can see, I changed the colors into a little bit like a pinker kind of like color. It was like very green and red, but I decided to change it to a dark pink and a lighter pink. I do have some decorations in my stairwells that are pink, so I thought this would be a cute one to match it with it. So I'm very happy with the outcome out of it. One of the things, it's like I included it here, acrylic floss, and let me show it here. This is the floss that I used. This is a Cosmo from, like acrylic from Cosmo. This is number 31. So I decided to put a little bit of this one here, like in some areas. I just wanted it to shine a little bit. So, and again, I know some people doesn't like to stitch with metallic floss, but I think the acrylics are a little bit smoother. So yeah, I'm okay with this one. I like to stitch with this one. It's very soft. It doesn't get tangled or anything. So that is one of the additions to that I decided to do to this pattern. Now, this is a freebie from Primrose Cottage. You can get it on their newsletter. You just have to subscribe to their newsletter. So every first Friday you will receive a freebie, and I thought this was gorgeous. The moment I saw it, I'm like, I need to stitch it, and that's what I did for this last 2 weeks. It's a pretty easy one, very simple to stitch, and this is the fabric that I use on the back. I thought it was nice. It's kind of like a winter pinky too as well, so I thought it was a good match for my pillow. I bought this fabric long time ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I didn't use it, and I thought it would match very well with this design over here. So for the finish, I decided to finish on a ladder stitch, so I just closed it somewhere here, and I decided to use this rickrack. I was very happy to find this pale pink that I thought it would be better than the bright pink. So this is the rickrack that I use. Now, usually when I stitch a rickrack, I usually stitched on the outside of the rickrack, but this time I just decided to do it differently and stitch in the between of the curves. So these ones could be flipped up, but it's not like it flips up a lot, but it's just to open a little bit. So that was the first time for me to stitch it in this way. So yeah, I thought it was a good finish. Very simple, very nice. Also, another thing that I do, and I hope you can, I don't know if you can see, I always have some issues with the end of the rickrack, so I usually fold it. I don't know if you can see. There you go, you can see it. I usually fold the ends because sometimes it just gets all like, I don't know, the word is not peel, but you know what I mean. So I usually try to fold in the end, and then I just sew on it. So I think it's a little better finish, just in case. I don't know if anybody has a different way to finish them. It would be nice to hear, but that's the way that I try to do my rickrack. So I'm very, very happy, as I said, with this finished. As I said, I'm planning to display it with my pink decorations. And yeah, and I'm gonna try to see if I can stitch some other things pink that I will show you later as well. So this is my first finished. The second one that I showed you too is this one over here. Let me see if I can zoom out maybe, so maybe we can see it a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. So this is one from like a hands-on design. It's like a cookie one. This is from long time ago. It was a mystery saw. It was Christmas cookies or something like that. So Kathy will send some parts every now and then, like a mystery one. I think it was by parts, or I might be wrong, but it was a mystery. You had to subscribe before getting the design anyway. I stitched it long time ago. I finished it, but I never finalized it, like finally decorated it, like but yeah, and it has like the cookie cutters over here, so I thought it would be a good addition for the finish here. I just did like a little cookie cutter, and I put like a little construction paper on the back, so it could be a little bit more visible. And I just did like a little ribbon with a little button and a little kind of like a Christmas leaf, and I'm not sure if that's a holly berry, but this one over here. So I just decided to have a little bit fun with that and decorated it. So, and for this one, actually this is a magnet one, so it's easy just to remove it in case you want to change it for something else. And I just put a little bit of felt on the back since it's a magnet one. And I put this fabric over here, which I thought it was a good combination with this kind of like a red pinkish color. And I put like a little white rickrack here just to see some of it. So it was a simple finish, but I was glad that I finally finished because it was there for a while, and I even forgot that I had this one already done. You know, there's sometimes that we just like to stitch and we don't fully finish our design. So I was glad that I finally finished this one. Again, I'm trying to do a lot of memory by this one. I think I stitched this one for sure on a Belfast 32. And if I'm not wrong, I think I hand dyed this fabric. Because it's kind of like a light, like a blue jeans kind of color. So I think I hand dyed this one. And it's very cute. To be honest, I thought for this design, this was gonna be like cookies. And if I'm not incorrect, I think Helen D, I think she did something different with this design. And I think she actually stitched this as cookies. I hope I'm not, if it's not her, but I'm pretty sure she was the one who did it. I think, yeah, since the pattern was something like Christmas cookies, I guess the Christmas cookies are here. So that was interesting. Instead of being cookie cutter, she just decided to change it for like cookies. So, but it's a lovely design. Kathy always has this little kind of like details to the design to make it look so nice. So yeah, it was a fun one. I'm glad I finished it. I don't stitch a lot of Christmas things on this kind of like a light blue fabric, but I don't know if that was what it was. That's the color that it was calling for at that time. I'm not sure too. But anyway, this one is done. One more Christmas that I can hang out. And my last FFO that I just showed you is this one over here. And as I've been telling you, this one has been so much fun to stitch. I like the colors of it. So I put this one on a 15 centimeters hoop, and I actually just painted it with a Posca marker, just like a red one. I just painted it a hoop, and then I put this trim over here. Let's see if it shows. Yes, it's like a little braided trim. It's a black one. It doesn't show really nice. Does it show? Let me try. No, too hard to see the little design, like a little flower that has inside. But I like this trim. And my husband was really nice again. These are actually real chopsticks that we just cut them to make them shorter. And my husband just painted it. And I decided just to use it here as the chopsticks to pick up your sushi. And I just put like a little, kind of like a beads, so pearl beads, so it gives the look of picking up the rice. So I thought that was really cool and fun. I love when I get creative with my husband and he helps me out. So yeah, again, this was just a fun one. Oh, and another thing is like I found this fabric. These are different types of foods here in Japan. So I was looking for something that has the sushi. So it's just right here. So that's the one. It has a curry rice and the soy sauce is here. So I thought that was a perfect match. So I chose this side of the fabric. So yeah, I thought it was very simple and nice. I mean, I know a lot of us don't see the back of the project, but you know, when you are finishing something, it just gives that special touch that sometimes we know it's there. So this is my last FFO, and let's move on to the next part. Actually, not the next one. I forgot that I still have this one. This is Christmas Letters by Primrose Cottage. I finally finished it. Isn't it adorable? Look at all those Christmas colors. They're so nice. Yeah, this one is very easy. It was a very quick one. I couldn't stop stitching this one, to be honest. I was focusing also on my other Primrose, the North Pole, but this one was like, okay, I couldn't stop. I just have to move it and move on until I finally finish it. So those colors are really nice. It also has some specialty stitches like the, let me see here, like the Rudolph red nose over there. And it has also another one here for the letter T. And the present also has another one to fill in. So I have fun with this one too. I think one of the things that really motivated me to finish this is the were the colors. The colors are really nice. I also noticed that the pattern has some different sections compared to the photo. Like this S is different. There was something else that I noticed that it was different from the pattern to the actual photo of the cover of the pattern, but anyway, I really like it the way it is like this. So this is my fourth finished, and I'm also looking forward to finish this one for this year for my Christmas. So yeah, look at that. This skatings are so cute. Look at that. Oh, sorry, I hope it's showing nice. And the Rudolph is also so cute. Yeah. So here we go. So all the words for Christmas. So yeah, so now this will be the end of my finishes. Okay, so new starts. I started it stitching this one over here. This is the little penguin by Crocette a Gogo. So if you know me, I'm obsessed with her animals. So I started it this one already. I started it to stitch the penguin and a little bit of the scarf. I'm stitching a little bit of the border. So I think I mentioned it before, but one of the things that I do sometimes with the border is I just leave it at half stitch and then try to connect it. And once it mixes up the whole frame, I will stitch everything back, because sometimes I think it happens to all of us that we make a mistake just on one stitch and it doesn't match. So that has happened to me a few times. So I just leave it half stitch and I will continue going on the frame part. And then I will start focusing also on the big animal, and then I will just finish the little other decorations. So this is something that I really love, that I'm for sure I need to finish it during the winter time. So this is stitched also on a fabric, a Swagar count 32 flax. I'm stitching all these animals on a flax. I think it's really good, especially for like the white. If you can see, I just have a little white on this one right now, but the white looks really good on this. So yeah, and I started a little bit of the scarf here with these two nice greens. I'm following all of the colors for this one. I usually don't change the colors for Crocette a Gogo. So this is my first start. So let's see if I can make some progress. My second start is a start and not a start. My second start, I have pretty much nothing, but let me show you still to explain where am I. Oh gosh, where are you? It's pretty much a nothing, but I'm gonna explain why. This is my Christmas mousse by Panna. So as I mentioned it, this was a present from my husband like 3 years ago. So I really feel motivated to start stitching it this year. But one of the things that I realized is like the fabric is too rough. Like, look at that. I tried to stitch on it, but I feel like I'm hurting my fingers. So this is not the fabric for me. So yesterday, since I went shopping yesterday, I decided to buy a little bit more of this one, the Cosmo Noble Gray. So it's a little bit lighter, but I think it's gonna still okay. So I'm planning to start stitching this design on this one. As I said, I was really motivated to start it 2 weeks ago, but as I said, no, I couldn't stitch on this fabric. So these are the colors. So let me show here. These are the colors that comes with it. So I think even these ones that are the lighters will be okay. One second, it has a lot. How to show this? There you go. Yeah, it looks darker on here, on this fabric over here. It looks nice, but as I said, I can't stitch on this one. So my idea is just to pass it to this one over here, which is a lighter color. And I still think it's gonna be okay. Look at that. It has 18 colors, so. And also another thing I noticed is that the floss are quite short. I'm not sure why, but anyway, it is what it is. The floss are okay, so I'm okay with that. So it was just the fabric. So as I said, I just got my fabric yesterday, so I'm all ready to start this one as well. I guess it will be kind of like restarting. So that was a quick one. My next start is the one that I mentioned that I'm gonna join. It's a sal from Spain. It's this one over here. It's the winter Biscornu from Durene. So there's a sale ongoing in Spain, and everybody's gonna stitch this design. Not everybody, well, the people who would like to join. And it's actually a blue design. You know, the snowmans that you can see, it's like a blue with the snowmans, and on the back it has like a little houses. So I decided to change it for a pink because, as I mentioned it with the other one that I show you, I'm quite changing some of them to pink. Now this is a ladybug color from Classic Color Works that I decided to use since it has a little bit of pink and a little bit of red. I thought it would be a good match, so I decided to stitch with that one, the border. So I don't know if you can see a little bit of the variegation. Maybe over here, yes, maybe here you can see a little bit. So I decided to use that floss for the border, and then use this light pink. Is gonna, my snowmans are gonna be this light pink with 3328 AMC, which is a dogger, which is very similar to this color over here. So that is gonna be the combination. I know it's just a little start. I just paused it a little bit because I just started to doubt about my combination of this pink with this one over here. Let me see. Yeah. So once I started to stitch this one, I just stopped. And I'm like, is that okay? Or should I still also change my pink? So sometimes when I doubt, when I change my colors, I just like to stop a little bit and then give it a couple of days to rethink and make sure if this is something that I really want or I'm gonna change it. So let's see. I think I'm gonna change this pink, but let's see it later. So this was my third start, and my fourth one is this little cutie. It's a start and finished. Look at this. Those are the ornaments that you have been seeing maybe from Shannon Christine. Again, this is a freebie. She's very kind to share them. Actually, the one that I just showed you, the Biscornu one, it's also a freebie from Durene. So it's great that designers will share these great designs for us, just, you know, to stitch and for free. It's amazing. So look at this cutie. This is a little penguin. I forgot the name of it. It's a sitting penguin, if I'm not incorrect. So yeah. Oh, look, it has the mark of my marker here where it goes. So this is the one that I just stitched, and they are very fun. It takes me like 3 hours to stitch them because there's a lot of change of colors. So, but they go very quick. I mean, 3 hours with all the stops that we get, right? Watching TV or moving here and there. But I love this penguin. It's so cute. It's one of, like, I keep saying it's my favorite one, but they are all so cute. And I didn't have time to stitch the Santa. I think the Santa was the third one. This is the fourth one. And this is the 5th one. This is the other star that I have. This is the snow mug or winter mug. Snow mug. I think it's the snow mug. I'm still working on it. I just started this one too. This is her most recent one. And it has an adorable gingerbread in this cup, so in the mug. So I'm really happy. Let me show you the other ones that I have already. I'm missing the Santa though. I feel like I'm not completed, but here we go. Aren't they cute? So I'm really excited about this one, and sometimes I cannot believe I will give these ones away. So I hope, I don't hope, I wish I could have some more time to also stitch some of them for myself, because they're very, very cute. But I enjoy having fun stitching them. So yeah. So this has been my my new start. These two over here. So yeah. Okay, so for my whips, I've been working a little bit on this one as well, which is the Winter's Folks by Hands On Design. This one, as I said, is my 4th one. This is my winter one, and I'm stitching this one on a Swagar Light Mocha, count 32. And I think I will put the picture as usual here from my last one, the last time I work on it or show it to you. And I'm still missing these flowers over here. I just realized that. But anyway, I think I just stitched the Christmas trees over here, or the trees here. And I work a little bit on the reindeers, and I'm supposed to start working on these other trees here. So this is a little bit about my progress. I haven't worked on it too much, but I really would like to finish this one as well, because I have the Christmas one, the Christmas sampler from last year, and I would really like to finish that one this year too. But see, so many things to work on. So yes, I had a little progress on this one. My 3rd one is the class that I'm doing from Robin Pickens. I finished to stitch the pine cone. I finally finished it. As I mentioned it, I stitched it on the wrong side of the fabric, because this is stitched on a mocha, on a Swagar 32 mocha or country mocha. But I got it on the wrong side. But again, I think that's gonna be okay. So I'm really excited about this one. It's actually a lot of little things. So I work on that one. I also I didn't realize that I didn't finish this part of this holly berry last time. So I just completed it, the leaf over here. Look at those beautiful colors. Yeah. And I started it to work on my snowflake. This is my snowflake. Oh, you can really tell the difference. Yep. So I stitched the big snowflake and the little snowflake. Let's see. So that's what I've been working on. So I still have a lot of them to do. Actually, I'm planning to stitch some of this tonight. I would really like to finish this one, so I can move on with other classes that I want to also join. But I have to be honest, this snowflake over here, it's so beautiful. I really love this snowflake, but I stitched it like 3 times. I don't know why, but when I was stitching this part over here, it didn't match. So I tried to stitch like by quarter, this one, then this one, 3rd one, and then last one. So when I was getting here, it didn't match. So I realized that I just moved one count up. So I have to remove my stitches and then continue it. And then I got up to here and then had a similar situation here. It was a small one. It was okay. Then I continue. And then this part, I got it all messed up again. This final part didn't match with this one. So I have to, again, remove my stitches and stitch it again. So it was quite a snowflake, I have to be honest. But I did it. I I think I was stitching in, I don't know, a few nights ago, and I think I was telling myself maybe I shouldn't do this at nighttime. But anyway, this was very easy. So I guess it depends, right? This one's, it was very easy to stitch, no problem, even though it's a very similar process, just smaller. So I guess it was the day. So isn't it cute? I think I have one medium snowflake still to stitch. So far this one is, let me put this one I stitched it a while ago. So this is so far, I really like the colors. They're really nice. They have different kind of greens ongoing. So I just realized that I need to buy my Wreath so I can get ready for the class as well. But I'm really excited about this one too. I really want to make my Wreath all with the cross stitch designs and make it. So this is my second week. And my last whip, oh, it still has the thread, but let me show it. It's the North Pole. So if you have been watching my videos, you have been seeing this one lately. It's Welcome to the North Pole by Primrose Cottage. I've been stitching this one on a Cosmo Novel Gray. It's the same fabric that I'm planning to stitch my mousse, so hopefully that will work out. But anyway, this one, I will try to put the photo here too, of my progress. I think I finished this part. Oh gosh, I need to remember that. But for sure, I did all of this part for sure. I still have the thread of the color. Sorry about that. I'm still working on it. So I'm really happy. It's so beautiful. I stitched this one also on one half stitch, and then once it makes all a match, I will start going backwards to finalize it. So it worked out well. So I just need to start going back on this one over here. And I started to work on the word North Pole. I really like that combination of that blue. But if I'm not incorrect, I think I changed, this is the only blue that I changed from the call for colors. I don't know why, but I decided to change this blue. It's a DMC. But this is the one that I really like, is this color over here. The really taily color. It's adorable. I really like this one every time. Even though it's Christmas, I really like this color. It has like a little kind of like a dark and light, kind of like a blue, I don't know, it calls me like frozen, I don't know why. But it's a beautiful color. I really like stitching with this one. So I hope it shows there a little bit. So you can see it maybe also a little bit on the snowman, how dark is here and then a lighter here. So that's the good things about the variegated color, the present as well. So I really like stitching with this color over here. So I'm really hoping that I can finish this one this year, and I think I can do it. Yeah, for sure I will finish this one. So I think this will be all of my working in progress as for this moment. Oh, and thank you so much for all the people who gave me advice about how should I stitch the word toy. I'm still thinking about it, but I got really nice advice, like just using two strands of white color floss instead of stitching over it. Because yes, I've been doubting about stitching the crosses over this one, the white over the red one. So thank you so much. I had a suggestion about stitching it with the gold one. So since I'm also stitching with this gold over here, let me see if I can show you. I'm stitching some parts with gold, which just reminds me, I think I'm missing that part over here. So maybe I can use that one too to stitch here. So I thought that was a good idea too. So I'm thinking about what am I going to do. This is the kind of I'm using for this one. Yeah, this is a 21. It's a little bit different than the one that I show you from the Merry and Bright. So this is very interesting. I just wanted to show you the different colors of the acrylic that Cosmo has. I have this one. So this is the one that I use for very Merry Bright Mice. And this is the one I'm using for North Pole. And this is also another one that I still haven't stitched with this one. But they are beautiful. For some reason, I'm not a very a person who likes a lot about the gold, but for Christmas, I really like stitching with gold. So if I find some places where to add it, I will do that. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you that. This is a Cosmo Acrylic 205. It's very beautiful, but it's very light. So sometimes if you stitch it on, let me see, like in this kind of like a fabric, it's sometimes not very visible. It blends a little bit. So, but I'm looking for the opportunity to use this one. And this one is the 31. This is the one that I used in the previous one, and this is the one I'm using right now. So that was one suggestion, maybe to use this one also for the word toys, which I thought that would be cool too, since I'm using the acrylic here. So let's see. I need to take a decision, right? But thank you so much for all your advices. It's really great how we can share in the community our doubts, and we get some responses from people. It's really helpful. So thank you so much. So up to here are my whips. Okay, so for my plans for this upcoming 2 weeks, I'm gonna continue working on my Christmas ornaments. I really need to make some more because, as I mentioned it, I finished this to give it to some of my relatives and some friends, so I really need to work on that. So yes, more ornaments upcoming. And also, I'm gonna start working on my second class of the Jingle Ball. I registered myself for the Christmas Peers by Annie Bees. So I'm really looking forward to this class. I have no idea how to make a pair, so or how to finish a pair. So I'm really interested to see the techniques and the things that is gonna be needed. I already bought the things that the materials that are needed for this project. So I was actually really happy. I just found this cloth, this fabric. I was really happy because I really wanted it to stitch it on a really bright red, like a very Christmas red. So this is an Olympus. It's gonna be also the first time I'm gonna stitch in on this kind of fabric from this brand. So it's a little bit rough. It's not too soft, but it's okay. It's also an 18 count, which I'm also okay. I like to stitch on 16, 18. Those are my preferences, but I'm usually okay. Even 14, like when I'm stitching my ornaments are in 14 size. So I was happy anyway that I found this fabric. I noticed that some people are stitching it on a darker or a little more like a faded red. But as I said, I really wanted it like a Christmas, like a really bright red. And I'm also gonna use this fabric for the back of the pairs. I think it was recommended to use velveteen. I noticed that some people also stitch, finish the pairs just with a regular fabric, like a printed fabric. So I was trying and thinking if I will do that, but when I found this one, I really like it. Sometimes the velveteen can be very bright, but this one is not. So I was really happy with this color. So I thought it would match really well. Like, look at that. Isn't it very Christmas? So I want my pairs to really be Christmas. So this is gonna be my combination. So let's see how that will turn out. So that is one of my plans. Also, I was in a dilemma, I have to be honest, because the Jingle Ball offers so many good classes this year, and I have to give up to some of them because of the time. I mean, Jingle Ball is in 2 weeks, and I haven't even finished my first class yet. I still need to finish to stitch my Winter's Wreath, and I need to start working on this one over here. So My third one, it was a hard decision, but I was in between Stacy Nash for the ginger cookie, but I finally decided to go with Stand Up for Santa. I really love Kathy's designs from Hands On Designs, so I went for that one. So those are the three classes that I registered for. So I'm gonna start working on the Santa. I'm not sure if I will start working on the Santa in these upcoming 2 weeks, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it for the class, but I will work on it. We have 2 weeks and 3 classes to go. So, and this is also another thing, like when you go into the class, into the retreat, you will still have some patterns, right, that the designers are gonna offer, and I'm sure I'm gonna want to buy some of them and stitch them as well. So there has been already a few releases from some designers of the patterns they're gonna share, and I think I saw one from Robin Pickens, some ornaments that I'm really interested to see. So I just need more time. So I think yeah, this is actually a season that I love, and anything that is Christmas calls my attention very easily. So I want to buy everything, I want to stitch everything, but realistically it's not possible. So this is actually also a busy time of the year also for our school, because it's the end of the year, so things also gets busy and hectic. So I'm trying to be more realistic with what I can do. So this is so far my ideas for this upcoming 2 weeks. So I hope you will enjoy the rest of your week stitching, and that you can have some fun and relax with this adorable hobby that we all have and share. So I hope to see you in 2 weeks. So until then, take care. Bye.